Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It is a combined collective reading, so it's about energies that are available to us and around us that we all share in or can take advantage of or need to be aware of if there may be negative energies that we need to keep on the lookout for. It is originally created for April 20th, Wednesday, but it's not solely set for that date. If you're watching this on a date that's not April 20th, that's okay. The message still may pertain to something that's going on in your life. So you can certainly continue to watch it even if it's not April 20th. For those of you that follow along, I will be referencing the underpinning energy of the week. So even if you're watching this out of date, right, the underpinning energy is the Sunday reading, which is cards I will reference back to. That populates in the lower left-hand corner at the end of this reading. So you can look at that and see what I'm talking about. I believe the message reaches you when you need it rather than when the message is created for. So for those of you that are my regular viewers, just continue on regularly viewing. And for somebody that's seeing this in a one-off, if the message makes sense, please feel free to take it, use it as support and validation, and allow it to assist you in making your best decisions for your highest good. Now, things you can do to support the channel, please read the drop-down menu on any of my daily videos. There's just some things in there that I want you to keep in mind when utilizing the channel. Also, there's ways to support the channel by either purchasing a private reading with me. It's very easily done via PayPal, or you can subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you get notified when I put up a new video. I do put them up daily. And hit the thumbs up button if you enjoy the video. Leave me a question or comment. I appreciate all of them, and I do read them all. And will at least hit the like button to let you know that I've read them. If they require an answer, or if I can answer, I certainly will. And that's about it. So let's get into this and see what's going on with the cards for today. What do they want us to know today? I feel like April just disappeared. I can't believe we're already at the 20th. It's crazy. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups. I will take it. I love this card. I love how she's centered in her heart chakra with her two hands, kind of holding her own heart, very present in the moment. I'm going to say this. This is oftentimes about newfound emotions, positive emotions. Aces are always usually positive influences. They do somewhat come out of the blue. They're sort of like unexpected surprises as a rule. So I'm not mad at that at all. We do have the Four of Pentacles as our midweek card, and we are at Wednesday. The Four of Pentacles is oftentimes, not in this particular deck, but in oftentimes traditional tarot, it's depicted with a man sitting on, his feet on two pentacles, and then one pentacle actually covering his heart chakra. So to me, I think that's kind of funny because the Ace of Cups would be about opening up that heart chakra, or allowing it to be revealed and to be seen, right? Allowing ourselves to be loved and appreciated. We did see a Six of Wands earlier this week and the Two of Wands, which would be about building, first of all, being seen and being appreciated would be the Six of Wands. Building upon that and maybe dreaming about a little bit more of a future of some sort would be the Two of Wands, right? And kind of putting that together at a more soul level or a deeper found or desired sort of level, right? When I look at this Ace of Cups, this is like a renewal to me, a midweek renewal. Let's just call it that. It's about falling in love again, whether we're falling in love with a situation, a person, even ourselves. This is an opportunity for us to sort of maybe experience that love at a deeper level that is very much present, right? That is very much available to us and won't be denied or ignored, right? Aces kind of come in, they barrel in, and they kind of not shock us, but they take us by surprise. They're pretty obvious is my feeling with the Aces. So if you find yourself in this space of new compassion, new appreciation for others or for yourself, or for, say, a situation that maybe, you know, maybe there was a certain, I'm just using this as an example. Maybe there's a situation at work that you weren't necessarily enjoying, or was kind of bothering you, or giving you trouble to a degree, right? This card to me signifies like a door opening, or a new way of perceiving or looking at this situation from a more positive, compassionate space, right? Where we transform our relationship to the situation or with the situation by opening our heart to it. And that can even be to ourselves. Sometimes with aces, because they represent number one, I sometimes also think about it can be about the relationship to the self and how we perceive ourselves. The Ace of Cups is like a beautiful card to kind of renew oneself, to fall in love again, to trust one's own emotions, and to allow that heart sometimes to be the guide, even if it doesn't feel so secure or safe. To me, when we're in the Ace of Cups, this feels secure and safe. Her hands are kind of gently wrapped around that heart chakra, knowing the power of her own love, her own feelings, her own expression of that love and feelings. If there's people that we love around us that need some of that love, today would be the day to express it, to let it flow forward, to let it rejuvenate those around us, and in essence, rejuvenate ourselves, right? I always believe that like the fourth chakra is kind of where the soul resides. It's in between the lower and upper chakras, but it's sort of where, you know, we feel our emotions, and sometimes our emotions can be confusing or, you know, even upsetting, but this is not an upsetting emotional card. This is I've said this a couple of times already. It's like, to me, it's like, feels like a renewal, a second breath, or a reconfiguration of how we feel or how we're looking at a situation, and finding a new path, road, perception of, you know, whatever it is that we're dealing with. And it's going to be based in love. It's going to be based in kindness. It's going to be based in generosity. It's going to be based in, you know, heartfelt feelings for us. And if we don't have that, or we're not feeling that right now, if we're feeling beleaguered or upset, annoyed, aggravated, whatever, this card is here to tell us that we can shift into a different level of higher love, right? Around whatever it is that we're dealing with. But we have to start within ourselves. We have to open ourselves up to the possibility of this, and then allow it to kind of emanate. And sometimes emanating from our heart, or being, you know, in this space of compassion and kindness, and, you know, trusting others, or whatever, can feel kind of vulnerable and uncomfortable. But it's good practice, even in a world like today's world, right? To settle into this heart chakra and allow this heart chakra to be our sort of guide, or our informer as we move through the day, right? It will serve us. It will make us feel almost like maybe more complete or whole. Now, with that Four of Pentacles underneath, the Four of Pentacles is oftentimes like he's sort of like holding on tightly and covering his heart. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. Fours brings stability, and Pentacles is earth energy, which actually complements this Ace of Cups today, right? We can be grounded and strong in that Four of Pentacles, and be moderate or discerning in how and who we love. But when we decide this is the situation I'm going to expose my compassion to, or this is the person that I'm going to express my love to, or I'm just going to sit and do positive affirmations with myself in the mirror today, it's grounded in the steadiness of that Four of Pentacles, right? We can ground it in the security of that Four of Pentacles. Yes, there's a little bit of fear or trepidation with the Four of Pentacles, but we don't have to let that fear or trepidation be the total guide for us this week, right? We can allow for a new shift to take place, and for our heart to open for ourselves in whatever way, shape, or form we need it to, and then explore that open heart, explore the emotions, and know that that Four of Pentacles will kind of guide us through in a very steady, methodical, grounded sort of way, where we don't have to do too much, and we also don't have to do too little, right? There's a nice sort of balance, because sometimes with the Ace of Cups, it can be so emotional that it can feel like an overflow, or it's not necessarily ever a negative thing, but maybe for some of you that aren't very emotional people, it might feel a little scary. But with that Four of Pentacles underneath this, I feel like that card nicely tempers the potential intensity of the emotional overflow that could be happening with this Ace of Cups, right? So I think that we have good control. Like these hands here around her heart feel like she's controlling her heart energy in a way that is beneficial to her and feels secure and safe. And that's buffered by that Four of Pentacles underneath, okay? So keep that in mind today too. If you're not normally the most warm, fuzzy person, maybe allow a little bit of warm and fuzzies in and see if you can, how much of that you can withstand. And even if it's only towards yourself, give yourself that grace. Remember the grounding stone for this week, as I say, give yourself some grace, is that word give. So like, where are we giving ourselves compassion and love today? Where are we giving ourselves grace and honor today? Where are we, checking in with our own emotions and how we feel today? And then finding the positive aspects of those feelings. That would be the energy of this card. Now let's look to the Sacred Forest Oracle. We have Wood Nymph. And this is card number 52, which would be a 7. Sevens are always about making a conscious choice towards love, whether it's our own self-love or love of others or love of a situation that maybe didn't necessarily always bring us the most joy. This is about shifting that, finding the beauty in that, finding the compassion in that, finding the heartfelt emotion in that, right? And so that 7 of Wood Nymph to me feels like we have to make a conscious choice. We can stay stodgy and stay in that Four of Pentacles. It's very secure down there, but it's not necessarily the most open of energies, right? It's steady, it's solid, it's grounded, but we can use that groundedness of the Four of Pentacles to kind of bolster ourselves up so that we can see the beauty in things, so that we can find the compassion, so that we can give to ourselves and to others around us in a loving, compassionate way that feels grounded, safe, and secure. So let me read Wood Nymph to you. And this sort of love, I'll just say this, can be applied to any situation. Each one of you guys are going to experience it differently, but place a little bit of extra love out there in the world today. Even if it's only towards yourself, being kind and honoring yourself, do that, because in doing that, you serve ultimately a higher purpose. I think, you're serving from the high heart. And so when doing that, even if it's only placed upon yourself and giving yourself grace or credit where it is due and finding the beauty within who you are and consciously choosing to look at it from that perspective, you open up doors, you ease up energies, and you allow yourself to be in a better vibration. And that, ultimately affects the environment around us and thus the planet, and if more of us do this, the more open we become, the more at ease we become, the more beautiful the world can become. But we have to make that conscious choice to be in our heart center, to be vulnerable, right? I should correct that. To be in our heart center doesn't necessarily make us vulnerable. It actually makes us stronger. But oftentimes it feels, in the world that we live in today, it feels like a place of vulnerability, but it's really not. There's actually huge amounts of strength and wisdom in our emotional selves. All right, so Wood Nymph beauty. Looking fragile, delicate, and luminescent, 3 wood nymphs, sometimes called forest queens, are stretched out in the moss at the base of a tree. Bathing in the moonlight, their flowing gossamer gowns sparkle and shimmer, seemingly made out of light. Their dreams and visions, translucent and diaphanous, waver in the air above them. Radiant, glorious beauty is growing within you. Let beauty be your North Star to guide you. What feels as well as what looks lovely will sustain and nourish you. Your ability to see inner depths around you is in direct correlation with a remarkable, sumptuous life. Create harmony and peace within your home. Even doing so in small ways, such as a vase of flowers, a scented candlelit bath, can make a difference. Relax and surround yourself with comfort and elegance. The more you acknowledge beauty in your environment, in yourself, in others, the more it will fill your life. You are truly and utterly gorgeous and lovable. As you cherish yourself, the luminescence around you will grow. The nymphs of ancient Greek folklore are beautiful supernatural supernatural beings of the forest. Their appearance here symbolizes that your own beauty, both inner and outer, is growing. There are many accounts of travelers walking through a forest and seeing wood nymphs bathing in the sunlight in a grotto, or next to a stream or pool, singing or dancing. Follow the example of the nymphs. Relax, spend time in nature, and sing and dance with joy. The spirit of the wood nymph says, remarkable spiritual beauty is growing within you. Be aware of the beauty that is around you, and splendor will expand in your life. Create beauty in your home, even in the smallest ways, and an inner grace will radiate out from you. Now, when I look at that heart, what is it doing? It's radiating out from her. And even though she's holding it gently within her hand, she's aware of the power and the beauty of it. You know, we each house this beauty within our hearts. And so maybe today is a day to acknowledge it, even if it's only for ourselves, you know, but allow yourself to see that, know that, and have that at a really sort of deep level. Ground it with that Four of Pentacles and let it be your truth. Okay. Now, here's the grounding stone. This is something that we want to ground in as we're moving through the day and concentrating on our sort of heartfelt emotions and the beauty of all of it, making that conscious choice towards it. The word is wealth. I like that this word shows up because I feel like there can be a wealth of emotional abundance within us and a wealth of the ability to see the beauty in ourselves and within our life and within our environment when we are shifted into this place of heart-centered love, right? Remember, underneath this is that grounding stone of the idea of give. Give is a form of generosity. What can we give today emotionally to ourselves or to those around us that is positive, that helps us to see the beauty? When we see that beauty, we understand the wealth of what it is that we have, not only within ourselves, but also all around us within the environment that's being given to us as we focus on these more positive aspects of ourselves emotionally. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense, guys. So I want you guys to understand that even though you may not have like a ton of money or whatever, find the love, seek it out today, and allow it to show you where you are rich with love and with beautiful things in your life. Okay, that is your forecast for today. Thank you so much for joining. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, share out, leave a question or comment. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow to see how this energy changes. Have a wonderful day. It should be very beautiful and empowering. So own it all and enjoy it. Take care. Bye-bye.